Dear friends, for the month of June, the month of the most sacred heart of Jesus, let us reflect on God's love for us and our love for God with the doctor of divine love himself, St. Francis de Sales.
Chapter 16. Other Remedies in Temptations Against the Faith. I proceed to give you another remedy. Temptations against the faith assail the intellect directly in order to attract it to dispute and to think about them. Do you know what you ought to do whilst the enemy is amusing himself with laying siege to the intellect? Make a sally at the gate of the will and charge him vigorously. I mean that when the temptation against the faith presents itself to converse with you and to ask you how such a mystery can be true, or what have you to say to this, or what have you to say to that, instead of disputing with the enemy by reason, your will should act on the offensive against him, and even answering the interior suggestion by uttering an exclamation, cry out, "Ah, traitor! Ah, wretch! Thou hast left the church of the angels, and thou wouldst that I should leave that of the saints. Disloyal, faithless, and treacherous one! Thou offerest to Eve the fruit of perdition, and thou wouldst have me eat of it. Begone, Satan! It is written, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. No, I will not dispute to please you. Eve, being ready to dispute, lost herself. Eve saw the fruit and was overcome. Live Jesus, in whom I believe. I adhere to Holy Church and will never forsake her. Use such like ardent words. I know not if I make you understand me. What I mean is that you should get the better of these temptations by the affections, and not by the reason. True, it is that at such seasons the poor will is oppressed with dryness. But so much the better. Her blows are so much the more terrible to the enemy, who, seeing that instead of retarding your progress, he gives you the means of exercising 1,000 virtuous feelings, and particularly that of making acts of faith, will at last leave you alone. It will be good now and then to have recourse to some exterior penance, for there is no doubt that outward suffering diverts the evil, and the inward affection attracts the mercy of God. Add that the enemy, seeing that you trouble his ally and confederate, the flesh, is afraid and takes to flight. But this third remedy must be used with moderation, and according to the prophets you may find, in the course of a few days, that you derive from it. To conclude, these temptations are only afflictions like any others, and you must comfort yourself with these words of Scripture. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he hath been proved, he shall receive the crown of life. I have seen very few persons who have made any progress without trial. You must therefore have patience. Our God, after the tempest, will send a calm.
Always remember, be who you are, and be that well. May God bless you.